It's on. Hello. Okay, so welcome. I'm getting packed up because tomorrow I'm heading out to the snowy mountains to go for a walk for a few days, and I wanted to bring you guys along and show you how I get packed up for a walk like this. There is a bit of an art to it, and people have different ways of approaching it. Some people go super minimalist and just have a kind of large day pack, and other people take way too many things, and you'll see them on the trails absolutely weighed down and struggling and hating life. I think my approach is somewhere in the middle. The aim for me is to have enough clothes to keep me dry and warm when the weather turns, as it always does up there, but not to bring anything that's just not a necessity and that I'm not going to use. So I've laid everything out that I'm going to take, just about, and I'll show you what I've got. This is the glory pile. All the things I'm going to need for my walk. Let's maybe start with my most prized possession. This is my Mac pack, aka love of my life. I bought this pack just over 10 years ago now. It's a 65 litre Mac pack, and it is honestly one of the loves of my life. I've been so happy with it. People don't really understand, like when you say, oh, I love my pack, they just look at you and blink. But what people don't seem to realize is that I can carry everything I need in this pack on my back, which is a pretty liberating and empowering feeling. So yeah, I love my pack. She's the best. Moving on. Next up, some more essentials, a little 3/4 sleeping mat for sleeping, and I've just got a little cheapy tent at the moment, does the job. Next up, sleeping bag. This one is reasonably new to me, actually. It is so small and so light and so warm. I tend to sleep really hot, and in this thing I sweat. Like half the time I just open it up as a blanket. But yeah, amazing purchase. I've been super happy with it. Camp shoes. These are the first thing that I always ditch, and every single multi-day hike that I go on, I regret not taking them with me. So this time, I'm not that stressed about weight, because I'm only going to go for maybe 4 days. They're coming in. They're coming with me. Don't let me chuck them out. Boots. Got to get a good pair of boots. I got these maybe at the start of this year, actually. I had some Scarpas, and then I traded them in for the Solomons. I've been really happy with them. I like them. 2 pairs of socks, one for walking. They're gonna be on my feet every day walking, so don't get too close. And some nice dry ones for camp at night. I guess the aim with the clothes is that you want a pair that can get yucky when you walk, but you need a nice dry set of things to change into at camp. So continuing on the clothes, over here I have my walking clothes. Better get my hair out of the way. So comfy bra, undies, beautiful, fashionable, clean long sleeve collared shirt, and just some nice lightweight hiking shorts. And that's it. I walk in that same outfit every day. If it's wet, I'll chuck on my waterproof. So I've got waterproof pants and a waterproof jacket. A necessity. I'm sure it will rain at some point. And then for nighttime and around camp, I have thermals, tops, bottoms, a warm jumper, and then another light top layer. What else? Dry bags. So everything will get packed into dry bags and then go into my bag. Some people use the cape things, raincoat things for their packs, but I just don't really find them effective. I think that if the weather's really bad, water just gets into your pack, so you're better off just dry packing everything. It doesn't matter if the canvas of the pack gets wet. Anyway, what's next? Okay, water bottles. I'll just have 2 of these bad boys in the side of my pack. Personal items. Let's see. I have a journal. Most people, I guess, would say that's not necessary, but for me it kind of is. You know, I want to be up there being able to write love poems to the stars at night and whatnot. Then we have toilet paper, hat, sunnies, sun safety first, people, sunscreen, small toothpaste, ways to save weight with your toothbrush, a brush, deo medical kit, which is probably a bit more full, I'd say, than the toiletries. You know, gastro stop, general antibiotics, snake bandage, band-aids, lots of band-aids, little scalpel things. You know, you get the gist. Then a little towel, because there's going to be lots of lakes up there. You know, lighter, head torch, portable battery so I can charge my phone. There's a Swiss Army knife. And perhaps of most vital importance, map, compass, a bit more warm clothes. So, cooking supplies. It's nice when there's only one of you walking. You really don't need to carry that much. I take a cup and no plate or bowl. I just eat everything out of my billy. A spoon, you know, that'll do the job for everything. I just have like a little billy and one of these tiny stoves. These are so amazing. I can't get over how small it is. That's literally my stove and some fuel. I'm just going to take one of these fuel canisters. I don't think I'll need too much. And that's it for cooking. Pretty cool, right? I get excited by this stuff. Next up, oh, here comes my dog. Hello, monster. All right, runs away from me. That's cool too, bro. Brekkies. So I've made up for each day one of these little pouches. It has oats, chia, flaxseed, 2 dates. That's it. Snack-wise, bit of a Scroggin mix, nuts, chocolate. Some of these. Hello. These are like dried fava beans, whatever they're called. And the Epic, super light and yummy. And then a couple of protein bars. Lunches, Vita-Weats, squeezy Vegemite. I just topped this up from the jar. Some tea, extra food. These are just a Woolies little pre-made couscous thing. Oh, I've got to take you inside actually, because I've whipped up a batch of coconut lentil curry, I guess, and that's going to be my dinners. And some quinoa too. So I've actually put this quinoa, well, it was cooked and then put in a dehydrator. It's so light. It's, honestly, the best way to have nourishing meals on the trails. And it does make a difference. If you just go for a day or an overnight, it doesn't really matter too much if you're just eating 2-minute noodles. But if you're going for a multi-day, it makes such a difference if you can have a nice nourishing meal before you go to bed. Maybe I'll chuck in a block of chocolate and shove a carrot and an apple into my pack the morning that I go. But yeah, all right, come with me. Dehydrating meals, it's a bit of a process, but it's so worth it. So on the top, I've just put in banana and apple. That's going to be snacks. And then this curry spread out underneath. Looks a bit mank, but it's actually good, I promise. So the curry gets laid out on trays like this. Takes a while, I'd say. This has been in there for probably 8 hours. I digress. The benefit of this is everything's pre-cooked, so it doesn't use much gas. Put it back on. Yeah, when you're cooking, it only takes a few minutes. You basically boil some water in the billy and then you put in your dehydrated meal and cook it for another couple of minutes and then you're done. It's not like pasta or noodles. You have to boil it for 10 minutes. And that's it. That's all I have. So, let's get packed. And that's it. Pack is packed. All I've got out left is the map, a dog, and the clothes that I'm going to be walking in. Could have done a bit of a neater job, I guess. But yeah, she good to go. Just a few other thoughts that I was thinking about when I was packing my pack in terms of how I like to structure it. I have a zip compartment up here, so up there I like to keep anything that's going to need to be accessed for the day. So I always put in, you know, my snacks for that day, a knife, head torch, toilet paper, lip balm, those kinds of things. Then in the compartment just under that I have, you know, my toiletries and my medical kit. Obviously always keep your map handy. What else? Sunnies, hat's clipped on the outside so that it's ready to go when I am. I put at the bottom my kind of camping clothes, my warmer layers that I know I'm not going to need during the day. Though I do leave my jumper on top of my pack because heading up into, Alpine country, it's above the tree line, it's going to be cold when I stop for breaks. And then, what else? Sleeping bag in the bottom, waterproof's always accessible because you never know when it's going to start bucketing down. What else did I want to say? Water. I try to not carry too much water because it's heavy. It's so heavy. Especially going up into the snowies, I'm reasonably comfortable with the water sources there. And I know that the creek's pretty full at the moment. Monsters chasing flies. So I'll probably only carry about 1.5 liters. I don't tend to purify or boil my water unless it's murky, but I do have a few aqua tabs in case I need to, siphon water out of footprints. But let's hope that doesn't need to happen again. Should be good for water this trip. But yeah, just another way that you can keep everything pretty light. And that's it. I need to chuck in the rest of my dinners and I'm good to go. See yous on the trails.